This screencast is really to explore the idea of adding multimedia to your play. So I'm going to cover first of all the video and how we can add the video into the HTML and subsequently style it. Okay, so there are two basic methods. First of all, we can go to YouTube and find some video of our play. Now this is obviously something that you're going to have to explore for yourself. I've located a little piece of video for Act 2, Scene 1 from Midsummer Night's Dream. This is part of the process that I'm going to have to leave to you to explore and to locate some video. But first of all, most of the video you're going to find is on YouTube. Even though, with it, as we're looking at here, we've got some BBC resources, everybody tends to host their content on YouTube, so that's where you're ultimately going to get this. Now, the first way that we're going to do this is to use it by sharing it from YouTube. So what we need to do is to locate this button down here, go to the share link, and what you actually need to do is to use the embed link here. Now, as you can see with the embed, you can actually optionally start this at a different point in the video. Now this is actually quite important for us because we don't have the ability to edit the video, obviously. So if you, I've just gone back to it, because if you want to remove all of this stuff at the beginning, so let's say for example we want to go a little bit further in. I'm just going to start it now so that we can actually see where we go. Okay, so maybe we just want to get to that point or even this point. We actually then go back to our share link and click on embed, and if you click start, you'll see it automatically finds that location that you were in. So now it's going to start at 0.07, that's presumably 7 seconds. You can change that if you want. In fact, I'm going to change it myself to 6 so that I go back just one tiny little bit before the music starts, and then just copy that code. Now we go back to Atom. So if we just locate Atom here, and then we need to obviously find where we need that piece of speech. So once we know what we're looking for, we see the bit of speech that is in that clip. So we're actually, in this case, looking for Ill Met by Moonlight. I can actually just go straight there. Ill Met by Moonlight. So this is actually where that particular bit of video appears. So I'm going to put it in here, enter Oberon, and then I'm just going to put a bit of space in my HTML and paste that in. So this is an embed of the iframe in there. Now, things I should point out to you here. As you can see, the iframe itself coming from YouTube has already a width and a height in it, and that's fine. That will work. Let's just actually have a quick look at this. So I'm going to save that. And then I'm going to go back to actually show this in my web browser. Okay, so as you can see, we've embedded that little bit of clip there. So if we now click on that, it should take us to that place in the video. Okay, so as you can see, at the moment though, it's not full width. And indeed, let's just pause it so we don't have the sound interrupting. If we now make this a different width, you'll see that actually what happens is it actually cuts that off, or it removes a little bit of it, because effectively the code that we're looking at is, as you can see, fixed. It's got a fixed width and a fixed height. So what we need to do is to resolve this, and the way that we do it is to add a div around it, so wrap it in a div. So I'm going to just type that in now, and we'll actually just give this a class name of video box. That should do it. Okay, that's my opening div, and then of course the closing div is what we need there. Okay, so we've put that in. Now, of course, what we need to do is to put something in our CSS to control the way that that then works. The way that we do that is we go back to our play CSS, and I'm just going to scroll right the way down to the bottom. Okay, let's just go right down to the bottom. Now in here, we can actually add our CSS. Now what I recommend that you do is to go to the site that I've created for you. So I've created on the web, I've made a link to it. This is actually the document, and I've just scrolled straight to it. So here we have the HTML markup here. For example, but this is the CSS that we need to make that work. So I'm just selecting all of that so that you can just do the same. Go to the website and copy the code, and then if we then go back to Atom and just paste that in, so that's our code. And just to explain a few things about it, I mean, the important thing, of course, is that video box. The iframe within the video box is now has a width of 100%, but the box itself also has some very important settings to actually make the video appear to be 100% width. And I'm going to now just have a look to see how that works. So let's go back to our web browser and hope that this will actually refresh relatively quickly. Okay, here's our Midsummer Night's Dream, just refresh that. So as you can see, we've now got a full width video. It's taking up the whole of the width. And if we actually look at this on a smaller screen, you'll see that this should automatically resize down to whatever we can get to. So obviously the video itself, when we're playing the video, you'll see that there are controls down at the bottom here to control the audio, and also to give people the ability, let's just pause it for the moment, to give people the ability to go out to full screen anyway. So if we click on this, it should fill the screen with the video like this. Okay, and then we just go back to how it was before. Okay, so the only other thing to be aware of is that when you have used a YouTube video, you probably experience this yourself. As soon as you finish watching it, you'll see that you're going to get this sort of type of thing down at the bottom here, which is more videos related to it. Now you can optionally within your code add something here. At the moment we've got, if you look here, we've got start equals 6, so that's actually starting 6 seconds into the video, but we can actually add something else here, and we just do this by putting in a question mark. So that's actually saying I want to do something else, and if we put in here rel equals 0, what this will actually do is it will say related equals 0. Now, although we would have hoped that relate equals 0 or rel equals 0 would put no related videos, it actually, what it does is it puts related videos from the same source. So it's going to have related videos, but they will all be relative to this particular video, not just some random videos that YouTube provide.